Hi villagers, Jethro Seymour here for the Friday File on Friday, March 1st. This is where we take a look at what's going on in the Davisville Village real estate market for both sales and listings. You might be a real estate junkie like me, or thinking about selling your house in the spring and want to keep up with the market. This is a great place to stay informed and get an idea as to what's going on in the real estate market. There are currently 11 new listings in the Davisville Village real estate market, 7 of which have been sitting on the market for a little while with an average days on market of about 78 days. 2 are sold conditionally, and they are the ones that are on Mount Pleasant, which are retail stores with apartments on top. And then the last 3 are new listings that came out this week. And let's talk about the 3 new listings that came out this week. The 3 new listings that came out this week were a semi, a detached, as well as a row townhouse. All 3 were a little bit different and obviously had different price points. They started off at $1,195,000 and went up to $1,389,000. The semi-detached that was listed was actually a relist. It was on the market for 9 days previously, and they relisted at the same price, $1,195,000. The townhouse that was listed was a 3-story townhouse very close to Yonge and Eglinton. It's in great shape and has good space. It's probably worth checking out if you're actually thinking about moving into the neighborhood and want to be able to walk to the subway. The detached house that's listed is on Belsize Drive and on one of the parkettes. It's in a great spot, very close to the school, Morse Cody, walking distance, and has been nicely updated, but could use an extension. It's got a 20 by 30 floor plan, so it's about 600 square feet, and could use an extension on it. But it's in a great spot. It's listed for $1,389,000, and I sold something across the street. It was a semi that was sold for $1,410,000 about a year and a half ago. So it seems to me it's a bit underlisted, but they're looking for multiple offers, and I'm sure they're going to get some this week coming up. Let's talk about the sales that happened this week in Davisville Village. There were 2 sales this week, both of which were semi-detached homes. One was on Beloil, and it was listed for about $1,100,000 and sold at 17% above its asking price. So had multiple offers, and they did very, very well. It had an extension on it, which was very nice, and it was also dug out underneath the extension. So there was a number of improvements that could be done on that property, but fundamentally the floor plan was amazing. So it was a great opportunity for someone to get into the neighborhood and build something or make a home really nice their own, but they would have to do quite a bit of work to that house. The other was a very large 3,000 square foot plus semi-detached home near Yonge Street on Millwood, and it sold for 99% of its asking price, but its asking price was one of the highest that Davisville has actually seen for a semi-detached house. So it was listed for $2,389,000, which is a big number for a semi-detached house in Davisville Village. I'm sure you would agree. There were 4 bedrooms in that house, 4 bathrooms, and it was completely renovated. So pretty big house. However, it was across the street from what is now a construction site and what will be Davisville Public School. So I'm sure the buyers are very happy, and I know the sellers are too. So that's actually all that's sold this week. Let's talk about what's going to happen next week and the weeks to come as we head into the spring market. The spring market is almost upon us. However, we first have to get through March break. March break starts not this coming week, but the week after, and then there's a private school March break after that. So we're not going to see a lot of listings over the next 3 weeks, and we'll have to wait until after the private school March break before we see a good number of listings. And as well, there's still a lot of snow on the ground, and it's actually turned to ice. So it's actually prohibitive for the real estate market, and people generally don't like to list their homes when the weather's not as good. But the weather's going to change, and it's going to change relatively soon. So we expect to see a number of listings out into the market after March break and before Easter. Easter's quite late this year. So stay tuned, and we'll keep you updated on a weekly basis. On the pulse of the real estate market in Davisville Village, I'm Jethro Seymour, broker of record at Seymour Real Estate. Feel free to reach out with any questions, or if you want any insights into specific types of homes in the marketplace, feel free to either check out my website where I post a lot of information, or give me a call directly and we can have a chat. My website is www.seymourrealestate.ca. Look forward to seeing you out in the neighborhood. Have a great weekend.